Bernard Tobin here at the Canadian Dairy Expo in Stratford, but we're not going to talk dairy today. We're going to talk poultry with Jordon Underhill. Jordon, you've just announced a new Canadian Poultry Expo, November 4th and 5th?
Correct.
2020. Tell us about it.
So we're excited, to make that announcement. It's been in the works for some time. It was part of our original strategic plan to start with the Dairy Expo, and then when the timing was right to make that transition and also launch a Poultry Expo. So it's been in the works for a long time. We've been talking to industry for over a year, traveling to international shows, and it's nice to finally get it out there.
Why a poultry show? Why a fit? I know there's a nice crossover with dairy.
Yep. So the poultry show and the poultry industry itself is similar to dairy, that innovation access and innovation concepts are coming on an annual basis. You don't have to wait for them. It's our job to try to keep up to them. And similar to dairy, every year there's something new in terms of innovation, which makes it a nice platform for a trade show to showcase that. And then, of course, it's all about timing. And we just felt with the recent trade talks and dairy producers starting to look at risk management and diversification, that the timing was right to get poultry off the ground.
Another interesting point, you've done a lot of research talking with dairy producers who've visited CDX over the years. Big crossover there and a nice tie-in.
Yeah, definitely. 18% of existing dairy producers have quota now, and about 31 or 32% are interested in poultry production. And so that makes it really exciting in that the poultry industry itself in Canada is only about 4,000 producers. It's not huge. Most of the companies that are doing business across the country know the producers, and so we're able to not only bring those producers to them at the show, but also the crossover from dairy.
Yeah. Now talk about what's, I guess, the similarities. You've got a nice education program here, the dairy classroom. You've got a lot of international exhibitors. What do you take from your successful show over to poultry?
Just about everything, maybe other than parking. In the first few years, we learned some stuff, and so you got to grow from what you learned. But as far as innovation and education and live demonstrations, that will all be the same. I guess the big difference will be there'll be no birds on site because of biosecurity. In the Cow Coliseum here for the Dairy Expo has cows. When it's the Poultry Coliseum, there won't be birds, but the innovation will be there operating live.
Yeah. You mentioned in your discussions here today at the launch about 200 exhibitors.
Yep.
What are they going to bring to the show here?
So 200 exhibitors. Some of them will be incoming now that the show's been announced, but we've also spent 6 years going to Eurotier in Germany and IPP in Atlanta and actually seeking out innovation that we think will work here in Canada and convincing those companies that yes, it is a smaller market in Canada versus the rest of the world, but it's a stable market because of supply management and it has next generation that are coming in. And so you'll see innovation here at the Poultry Expo that you can't see anywhere else in Canada and in some cases North America. It's interesting with dairy. A lot of companies now that are coming to North America are launching here in Canada because we've got a stable market. It's a smaller market, and then from there going to the U.S., where it used to be reverse. Yeah.
So, 2 big days here at the Dairy Expo.
Yeah.
You're going to be busy.
Yeah.
Then then you got to start
planning for poultry.
Planning for poultry.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.